show. Great to be with you. Thanks for stopping by today. Great to be with you, and I hope you're having a good day. And we're live, as always. Once in a blue moon, it'll be pre-recorded, you know.
Think Labor Day?
Yeah.
I think Labor Day. Yeah.
Something like that. And when I take my vacay, most of the time, 95 to 98% of the time, we're live. And so are you. And we'd love for you to connect with the show. I keep saying that, and we mean it. That's why I keep saying it. And we love dialogue. I love to hear from you and talk with you. You notice everybody that calls, I engage them. I don't cut them off. I just don't do that. Never have, won't do that. So please call. We'll get you all set up how to get in touch with the show.
I have to say happy birthday to somebody. David Ketchum is his birthday today.
He's an ardent follower.
Yeah, he's one of our great listeners and followers, and
yeah,
it's his birthday today. So happy birthday,
David. Yeah, we should do that more often. We should recognize,
Well, I can only recognize them if they follow us on Facebook. They got to follow us.
Okay.
Go to Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and follow us. You can also follow us on the new iHeart app. You can click on it on our Facebook page, and it'll take you right to it. So we're growing in that, Doc. Number 5.
We're number 5 on iHeartMedia?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's amazing, since we've only been on it for a month.
I'll take it. You're always looking for metrics to evaluate performance outcome. And so do people do that too. And one of the biggest metrics that occupies a large portion of the population is how many pounds did I gain or how many pounds did I lose? And there are more people on a weight loss diet at any given time than ever before in human history. And it's off the chain, has been for a long time, and looks like it's going to be that way for a while. In the meanwhile, though, people are putting themselves at risk in trying to lose weight. And even with medical, FDA-approved therapies, I'm going to report on one that took the lives of 5 people so far. And it's something that's used at parties to celebrate and to decorate with, that people are putting inside their body. We'll report on that and share that with you. It merits exposure. But get in touch with the show. Gary gave you some ideas. Here are a few more.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. Or you can actually email Dr. Garko at drgarko at letstalknutrition.com.
Dominique Ostrander will be my guest today, educated for Jarrow formulas. We'll chat with her. She knows a thing or two about weight loss. She worked with cardiac patients in cardiac rehab. So there is this new procedure. It's apparently FDA approved. Or maybe I misrepresented it. Maybe I'm misrepresenting the facts. You tell me what you think. There are now at least 5 people who have lost their life after they were fitted with a balloon. The balloon is designed to help overweight and obese people, typically obese, morbidly obese, lose weight. This is what the Food and Drug Administration said last week on Thursday. The FDA says it doesn't know if the devices or the surgery to the implant, or the surgery that implants, that is responsible, the surgery to implant these devices is responsible. But they did alert doctors to monitor the patients who are given or surgically receive this device. The FDA said, quote, all 5 reports indicate that patient deaths occurred within a month or less of a balloon placement, close quote. They went on to say, in 3 reports, death occurred as soon as 1 to 3 days after balloon placement. At this time, we do not know the root cause or incidence rate of patient death, nor have we been able to definitely attribute the deaths to the devices or the insertion procedures for these devices, close quote. Well, there's something all 5 patients share. 1, they were obese, I'm presuming, and 2, they received the device. So, I don't know. Now, it turns out that the surgeon can put this balloon in the stomach, and the balloon is filled with saline solution, which is water. It's called the Ostrander balloon, and the other is a dual balloon kind of concept, and about Apollo is a company says that it sold about 180,000 of these devices globally, and it was preparing a statement. Well, I guess so. Apollo, the company, said it reported the deaths to the FDA. Why didn't the FDA know about them? Why does the manufacturer of the device need to be telling the FDA that 5 people died with the device? Quote, there have been 5 reported deaths of patients who have received the Ostrander intragastric balloon in 4 different countries since Ostra's FDA approval in August of 2015, the company said in a statement. Apollo, this is a quote, Apollo self-reported all 5 cases to the FDA as part of its global product surveillance program, close quote. The FDA says that it's looking into 2 other deaths. Now, patient going into a doctor's office discussing this issue, you have to fully inform the patient. You have to disclose to the patient all the risks and so on. That's the law. So the patient has some level of comfort with the device based upon what they're being told. I wonder what people would do if you said to them, we now have 5 reported cases of people dying with this particular device and procedure. Do you still want it? I wonder what people would say. I don't know. The obesity epidemic has spawned numerous cottage industries, many of which you will find on the internet and are as fraudulent and as unsafe and many deadly that it defies, almost defies description. You could spend an entire, I guess, every day for a month going through the internet looking for from pills to powders to some therapy, whatever, to lose weight. There is no shortcut. Now, some of these these implants are necessary for certain patients, but to use them as a first choice, I really wonder.
If you've ever had digestive issues.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
There is some, we know about gastric bypass surgery. They've been doing it for quite a while. Apparently there's this device, there's a couple of companies involved. 5 patients have died with these balloons filled with saline solution. There's one device, it's a single balloon. There's another device that has 2 balloons. If you're considering this option, you make sure you have questions prepared for your physician. Do your research, walk in prepared, ask the hard questions. You have any idea or experience or know someone who's used one of these devices, whether they've had success or not, love to hear from you. I'd like a little bit of feedback. We have a big audience, and so the odds are pretty good that there's somebody out there that could call.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. My mother had gastric bypass surgery.
How did she fare with that?
She did okay. She lost a lot of weight, was able to maintain and keep it off. Had just a couple complications from it when she got older in her 60s. Had to have her gallbladder removed.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that we talk about here is, she stopped eating meat because it was hard to digest.
So she didn't have any complications. There have been a number of celebrities that have used the device. Al Roker on the Today Show has had that device, and he's struggled for years to lose weight. Now, some people think that you have a gastric bypass surgery procedure done, and then you are done having to watch what you eat. Not true. You can still gain weight, and you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. Gastric bypass surgery is not a license to abandon healthy eating. So, you need to keep these things in mind. I also came across an article talking about the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the time you eat healthy and 20% of the time not so much. And the idea here is that it's sort of like a reward. It's this reward system. You've heard my take on cheat days. This, maybe I'm being harsh or too stringent. But I've thought about this for a little bit. 80% of the time you eat healthy, and you do this on a week. Figure out how many meals you eat during a week. Maybe you eat 20 meals during 1 week. I don't know, whatever. 80% of those meals should be healthy, and then the other 20% you have room to violate. You shouldn't do the 80-20 on a daily basis. That gets you into trouble. Do it on how many meals a week. That's a better approach. So I thought about it. Say, okay, 20% of the time I can commit violations. The question is, which ones are you going to commit? If 20% of those meals are really horrendous, you can still do a lot of damage and undermine a lot of what you did with 80% of the healthy effects of those meals that you ate, the healthy meals. This is, again, a concept that just drives me crazy. Learning theory, where you learn that's about changing behavior in psychology. Learning theory, where you have operant conditioning and different kinds of conditioning based on, reward or punishment. I mean, there are different ways to look at this. B.F. Skinner and Watson and all those people involved with the behavioral approach and the notion of learning theory. Here, you are, again, just like with cheating on the weekend, you're using bad behavior to reward good behavior. I mean, it just doesn't, it's bad. It's just a bad idea. Why does it have to be that you need to reward yourself for doing something good to yourself in an unhealthy way? I just don't get it. You would never do that, right, Miss Ostrander?
Good morning. That's actually, I was answering you out loud, saying that it has a lot to do with self-esteem. So people that struggle with their weight and that will adopt the 80-20 rule will struggle with rewarding themselves. Old habits die hard, right? This is nothing we become habituated to the way we eat. Our relationships with food, like I've said on the air several times, is so intimate and so complicated. And when we reward ourselves badly for doing something good for ourselves, I think that there's a very strong tie to self-esteem and habituated behaviors.
It's interesting that you lighted on the variable self-esteem. There are a lot of reasons why people overeat, why people become overweight or obese. We'll get into that. I want to understand what you mean by what's the connection here between self-esteem, weight gain, which one comes first. I mean, I'll be interested to see how you unpack that. We'll get into this a little bit. And is there any breaking news from Jarrow Formulas? By the way, Ms. Ostrander is our guest today, educator for Jarrow Formulas. Any breaking news from Jarrow Formulas?
Breaking news, like hot off the wire?
Or off the stove, or out of the oven?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe while we're at break, it'll come to me.
I know you had some new products come out not too long ago, right?
Right, exactly. One of the newest is our nicotinamide riboside Sustain.
Well, that's a mouthful. We'll be right back.
Feel better fast in every way. Take Hempenol Organic Cannabis Extract.
The perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Well, usually the fast way should be the last way. In a lot of things in life. And one of those, of course, is with weight loss. And most people, it's interesting, it takes a long time to become obese, relatively speaking. And people are very patient with becoming obese, but become very impatient with losing the weight and then make bad decisions that could cost them their life, even when these are FDA-approved procedures. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. One needs to be very, very careful in making choices about these different devices inserted in your stomach, balloons and whatnot, gastric bypass surgery. There's apparently 5 people have died recently with putting saline-filled, solution-filled balloons in the stomach. And do you, Dominique Ostrander is my guest. Do you know much about gastric bypass surgery, Dominique?
Much about it. I only know in terms of treatment of it, in terms of food and the small amounts of food. I know that in the past I've dealt with patients that have gone from food addicts, as many gastric patients are, to full-blown alcoholics, because when they ingest alcohol, it bypasses having to go through systemic absorption, and so they get drunk very quickly. Very quickly, within 15 minutes, I think it is.
But the bariatric surgery is pretty much part of standard of care these days, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's very common now, unfortunately.
And people are under the misguided or misconception that once you have that, you don't have to worry about what you eat or watch what you eat. That's not true, is it?
It's not true in the sense that you have to worry about the quantity. You really do become nutritious. Your nutrition status suffers for sure, because a lot of people that go through gastric bypass will suffer severe B12 or B vitamin deficiencies. Their absorption is not the same of nutrients from food. So it is vital what they eat, and having nutritiously dense food is very important to maintain a nutritional status. Protein content is very important because, again, they're only eating can only eat actually small amounts at a time. So what they can eat should be nutritiously packed.
Now there are probably a number of listeners and viewers of Let's Talk Nutrition that have had gastric bypass surgery. Historically, it is one of the more popular bariatric procedures that is performed. They even have a bariatric surgery data management and reporting worldwide. There is such a link, as a matter of fact. And since 2011, when the gastric sleeve surgery was introduced, things grew. It grew in popularity. And then in 2015, they had the lap bands losing market share because of this other procedure. So you have different options here. It's not just one kind of surgery, I guess I'm gathering from this. And it's not without risk either. But gastric bypass surgery, the insertion of balloons, does that fall under the title of, that's not gastric bypass surgery?
That I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if that would fall under that category. I'm sure it's the same type of surgeons, though, that are doing it, that are performing the surgery.
Well, apparently these balloons have recently, different companies have caused caused loss of life. But going back to this 80-20 rule, now, there are a lot of people who are not overweight or obese and want to eat healthy, but feel that, a certain amount of nutritional sin or nutritional violations is quite all right. What do you make of the 80-20 rule? What's your take on it again? And you had mentioned something about self-esteem. I'm interested to see how you pull that all together.
Okay, so a long time ago, I had the fortune of meeting and having a wonderful conversation with Deepak Chopra, I don't know if listeners are familiar with him.
I'm sure they are.
And we were talking about basically the chicken or the egg principle. And we were talking about it in terms of a person, a patient's symptoms versus illness, and in a great big context. So which comes first? What led to the illness? Or does it matter what led to it? It's just, we have this illness now. What do we do about treating it? It's a chicken or the egg kind of thinking. I associate that with this whole self-esteem thing. Is it low self-esteem that led to obesity, or is it obesity that led to low self-esteem? I don't think it matters. I think you have to deal with what is, and chances are if somebody is obese, they have low self-esteem. So you have to deal with both. However it started, whatever was the impetus, the end result is the same. We have somebody that is obese with low self-esteem.
Well, do you think that there are obese people who do not have low self-esteem?
That's a loaded question. That's like saying, do I think that there is an obese person that's actually healthy?
Well, some claim that there have been. I've reported on these articles. They talk about being a healthy obese person. I never thought I would hear the words healthy and being obese in the same sentence.
Like an oxymoron. I don't know, honestly. I don't think they can go hand in hand. I think that you might have a cardiovascular status that's somewhat favorable. You might have normal blood sugar levels for the period of time. You may have even no signs of hypertension. They could be non-smokers. They could move their bodies regularly, but ultimately I think joints will suffer. Ultimately I think blood sugar levels will begin to suffer. I don't think you can maintain that status for a long amount of time. It might be okay for a short period of time.
Boy, it gets so complicated. There is a psycho-emotional component with eating food such that you end up overweight or obese, and your relationship with food is unhealthy, in part due to what is going on with you as psycho-emotionally. You know, people eat for different reasons, and an unhealthy mind or state of mind, state of psychological health, can lead and become correlated with an unhealthy way of eating. They end up sometimes together, and then it's hard to separate them out, but they end up together. Does get complicated. That's why just saying to somebody, well, all you need is willpower.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oregano P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempenol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempenol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempenol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempenol PM. Hempenol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order, to find out where to find Hempenol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242. 800-243-5242. Or visit us at oreganol.com.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just tuned in, talking with Dominique Ostrander from Jarrow Formulas, talking about this business of weight loss and options available to patients. 5 patients have recently been reported. It's been reported that 5 patients recently died with this procedure where they're putting saline-filled balloons in the stomach. This whole notion of these kind of procedures, gastric sleeve versus gastric bypass, gastric balloon, it's really complicated. Did you know, Dominique, welcome back, did you know that with a gastric sleeve procedure that 80% of the stomach is completely removed?
I did. That's scary, isn't it?
The gastric sleeve is the older, more traditional option for weight loss. It's reported. During a gastric sleeve procedure, they remove 80% of the stomach, and that part of the stomach where ghrelin is produced, the hormone ghrelin. A gastric balloon procedure is newer. It's approved by the FDA. Gastric balloon is they say it's non-invasive. It reduces, they don't remove 80% of your stomach. Well, that's encouraging. And then you have other options available. I found types of bariatric surgeries. There's what they call a restrictive bariatric procedure, a malabsorptive bariatric procedure, and a combination of both. With the restrictive procedure, they restrict the stomach's capacity, thereby reducing calorie intake. Malabsorptive procedure, they reroute, rearrange, or remove part of the digestive system to reduce the body's absorption of calories from food. And then there's a combination. These are very dramatic procedures. Mm-hmm. I just wonder, how does, what are the criteria? Maybe there's some people out there listening or watching that have gone through this. I don't know. What are the criteria that ultimately help the physician with the patient make a decision about doing these procedures? Have they tried everything completely, and this is the last resort, or what? Do you know? Do you have any idea?
I do. There is a very extensive process. You can't just go to your physician and say, I've tried everything, nothing works, I want to do gastric bypass. I mean, I suppose you can, but it's a very extensive interview process. Your mental state is definitely evaluated. You go through very detailed questionnaires. It's an interview process to make sure that you can actually handle what is involved in going through gastric bypass.
Okay.
It's not a fly-by-night decision for the physician.
It's not hastily made. It's not hastily.
Not at all.
Okay, Gary, you were going to say something.
Okay, I actually looked into getting gastric bypass surgery,
and you elected not to, obviously.
Well, one of the reasons, you have to be 100 pounds overweight for a certain amount of time. Okay, and then after that, like she said, you have to take a mental and psychic evaluation. And then for almost 2 weeks, you have to be on a liquid diet before the surgery. Because you're going to be on a liquid diet for almost 2 weeks after the surgery.
They want to see if you can tolerate it, or whatever.
So, and then you have to do a stress test. That's another thing you have to do.
In a conversation with the physician, what was it really an extent? Was it one conversation, several, or what?
I had 5 visits. I had to go 5 times, and I went to it. I went almost to doing the surgery, and then I saw some of the troubles that a friend of mine went through with the surgery, and I decided.
Do you know what kind of surgery your friend had?
Gastric bypass.
I mean, what kind?
With the mesh.
With the mesh. So then there's stomach banding versus stomach stapling. You got those procedures. Stomach banding is a colloquial term for a vertical banded gastroplasty, as they call it. It's a restrictive procedure. And then you have like lap band. It's like lap band surgery. Then you have stomach stapling. I mean, these are... I don't know. I'm just saying. These all seem pretty invasive to me. Any kind of surgery, as far as I'm concerned, is invasive. Whether they're cutting or sticking something inside of you, to me, it's all invasive. I know doctors don't think of it that way, but these seem very dramatic to me, Dominique. I guess they're warranted in some cases, but I'm seeing more and more of these procedures being done. I just wonder if standard of care is really being violated. I wonder.
Well, I think more and more we're seeing what in medicine the risk-benefit ratio. And so we know that the risk of maintaining a body that's obese over time, the health consequences are enormous. And so it's a risk-benefit ratio. So the idea of doing gastric bypass, whatever kind of gastric bypass surgery, is a risk that's worth the benefits.
That's what they say. I wonder if at times, with a gastric sleeve procedure, they're removing 80% of your stomach. 80%. 80% of your stomach is gone.
I'm sure that if you sat down and you spoke with somebody that's been obese for a very long time, where their quality of life has been affected dramatically by their weight, they would instantaneously tell you it's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay. I'm trying to learn. I'm just trying to understand this. I haven't dealt with this too much on the show, and this now tells me that I need to, and educate myself further about all these different. Maybe we can get a surgeon on. Maybe Gary can find a surgeon that would be willing to come on to talk about these procedures in a very objective way. What are the risks? What are the benefits? What do we know? I would like to know. I think given the size of our audience, I mean, in terms of numbers, not the size of people. Boy, that came out wrong. Given the large population of listeners, I think many people would like to know more about it. I think we should devote some time and attention to it. We come back. There's some new dietary supplement products being offered by Jarrow Formulas, and we'll get into that. And whatever else is on your mind, but Dominique always has something on her mind, I can tell you for sure. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, featuring Dominique Ostrander from Jarrow Formulas, coast to coast. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today. Start of a new week. And Dominique Ostrander, educator for Jarrow Formulas, is my guest. Jarrow Formulas is on the leading edge, has been for many years, decades, in the dietary supplement industry. That's because of Jarrow Rogovan, who is a guy who has been doing this since dirt was created and has never lost his passion for it. And the company has a unique history and how it all started. He was on my show one time where he discussed that and how he started. And now, they've always been there at the top. They're like, it's like, whether it's baseball, football, there are always certain teams that seem to show up for the playoffs or for the championship game. That's Jarrow Form. They're always in the playoffs or they're in the championship game. In other words, they're always at the top. You have many choices to make when it comes to dietary supplements. It is a multi-billion-dollar business. There are more companies in the natural products industry space than there is in the cosmos. Stars. It's unbelievable. And they come and they go by the hundreds and thousands. We're going to go to Expo East here in a few weeks in Baltimore. I will see companies there, and I will never see them again. They come and they go. It's like a magic act. Boom, here it is. Boom, it's gone.
Do you know what I think is interesting? And I don't know. I know Dominique lives locally to us, but I go to different health food stores because I do work for our parent company, and I walk around the stores. I don't tell people who I am, and I ask them for simple things. And a lot of them that are not they're not sponsored by Jarrow Formulas. Take me to the Jarrow Formulas section.
They do.
All the time.
All the time.
It's like one of their first things they go to because they have so many different products.
And moreover, anybody that has half their wits about them is not going to recommend stuff, in quotes, stuff that doesn't work or is overpriced and doesn't work, and so on and so on. And so the instinct is for any smart salesperson and one that's consumer-oriented is to direct customers to those companies that do the best consistently. And when you think about it, the tens of thousands of companies that exist at Expo East, I don't know how many companies are going to be there. 20, 30,000? I don't know. 15, 20? And you got a handful. Jarrow Formulas, Natural Factors, Country Life Vitamins. I can go down the list that are always in the playoffs or in the championship game. They're always up there. They're around. And there's something to say for that. And so when you're making decisions about supplements, and Dominique will tell you, she's not very parochial about this. She'll say she has recommended other companies. See, we don't sell that, but here's a company that does sell it, and I would recommend them. When you see somebody doing that, that's a good sign that you're dealing with a fair person, and that's... If you hear somebody say, our supplements are the best, nobody else makes any... that's not true. Sometimes these supplement companies will make products in one particular category that are very equivalent. Then it becomes just brand loyalty. Other times, certain companies will do certain products in a very special way because of the raw materials they use, because of the particular manufacturing procedure and handling materials, or because they were on the cutting edge, like coenzyme Q10. Jarrow Formulas was on the front end, leading edge of that. They were at the tip of the spear at one point and made a reputation being one of the best coenzyme CoQ10 companies.
Okay. So I was actually going to ask about a CoQ10 product because I'm getting worn out about it at my house, and so
CoQ10 is good for cardiovascular health, good for energy. It's a good all-around antioxidant. Yeah, it's great.
I have that QH Absorb.
I will get Dominique to explain.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask. So
there are different choices.
Yes. And I'm looking at them, and I'm...
Okay, so we'll get Dominique to explain that. The reason why I'm spending time on this is because you're spending your money. And what I try to do on the show is take a fair, balanced, and speak truth to power approach when talking about supplements. They are not the end-all and be-all. Dominique will tell you that. If you're using supplements to compensate for continued nutritional and lifestyle violations, you're wasting your money. Stop. You're wasting your money. You can't take any particular supplement that's going to wipe out the negative effects of foods that are causing cardiovascular disease. If you continue to eat those foods, you're still going to get cardiovascular disease. Taking CoQ10 is not going to stop that, man. Eating a high saturated fat diet is what it is. Now, maybe Dominique has a different point of view about this. I'm anxious to see if she disagrees with me in what I just said, that last statement. If you're continuing to commit egregious diet and lifestyle violations, and you're spending a ton on supplements thinking it's going to negate those, I think you should save your money and spend it on something else. Do you disagree with that, Miss Ostrander? If you do, it's quite all right. Please do.
I do not disagree at all. I emphatically agree with you. There's nothing that's going to offset bad eating habits. Nothing. We've proven it when I was doing cardiac rehab we did it with a person who had really no understanding of how many calories are in a piece of chocolate cake. And, well, I can just offset that with getting on the treadmill. Oh, okay. Well, how about we're going to program the treadmill so that you can burn as many calories that are in that chocolate cake.
Well, they're going to be there. They're going to be there from dawn to dusk.
Right. Exactly, and so there is nothing that offsets it. Not amounts of exercise, no supplements, no pharmaceuticals, nothing.
Hey, I hear this all the time.
Are you talking about the nutrients that are in it that are bad for you, or talking about the amount of calories that are in it?
Yes, to both.
Okay.
To burn 100 calories on a treadmill would take you about how long, Dominique?
Depending on your weight.
Depending on your weight. Let's just say jogging at a slow pace. An hour?
Oh, no.
45 minutes?
100 calories, 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's usually about 100 calories every 10 minutes, depending upon your weight. If you're at a jog, not a walk, you're at a jog.
Wow. I don't know, man. I've been on a treadmill for an hour, and the most I could burn was 200, 250 on a good day.
But you only weigh $130 though, and I'm weighing 330. So
I weigh way more than $130. I was 175 before I got sick, man. I was dense. I mean, it takes a check out. Dude, go ahead, Gary. How long do you have to be on a treadmill to burn 100 calories walking, running at a fast pace, slow pace? See if you can find somebody that lays that out.
But it depends on your weight. So the more you weigh, the more calories you're going to burn in that mile.
Well,
in that 100. So for somebody that weighs 130 pounds, it's going to take them longer to burn 100 calories versus somebody who weighs 200 pounds.
Yeah,
average calories. The average person who weighs 150 pounds burns 100 calories in 15 minutes, which means walking only 1 mile at a pace of 4 miles per hour. The average pace for adults between the ages of 30 and 69, or if you're 70 or older, is 18 minutes is a reasonable target time for walking a mile.
And you'll burn 100 calories.
Yes.
Okay. But so, how long can you stay on that? How many calories in that chocolate cake? 500?
Exactly.
500?
Maybe more.
Maybe more. So
700 depends on the piece of the cake too.
100 calories every 15 minutes. That's 400 calories an hour.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Dr. Michael Garca, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off VDC's already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garco.
Fried pickles, banana split, caramel apples, cotton candy lemonade, sweet and sesame kettle corn, vinegar French fries. What are those foods? They are called, fair foods, carnival foods. One of my producers, Gary, pointed out to me that the Cooking Channel
And the Travel Channel.
The Travel Channel.
You didn't even get into funnel cake cheeseburger.
And I didn't get there yet. We're going to get there. Are giving people the recipes. I found one homemade carnival food ideas and recipes. The Cooking Channel. Best 20-plus fair foods ideas on Pinterest. Best state fair food recipes. I'm sitting here every day with people such as Dominique Ostrander trying to help people move away from those choices, and then we have these people out there giving them the recipes to do the violations. If I had a revolver, I'd shoot the screen that I'm looking at. Shoot myself. What am I doing? Am I wasting my time? I'm not making that up, Dominique.
That's terrible. I don't understand any of this. I don't understand this. I get if you want to do something, I guess, for a party, something like that, you're having a carnival-themed party, and
you shouldn't be having that party.
I agree. But, and again, but it goes back to what you were saying. I think it goes back to this 80-20 thing, where I know from dealing with so many patients over the course of my career that you can't deprive. There is no success in deprivation. None.
Well, I think if you make food tasty and wholesome enough, you don't have to deprive them. They can eat. Eating healthy doesn't mean forced march through the jungles of Burma during the middle of summer.
No.
And I agree with you. And I think that, again, it goes back to what we have in our relationship with food and the associations that we've made and our experiences with food, where people have said, oh, my gosh, my mom used to make me eat broccoli or Brussels sprouts or whatever.
That wears me. That argument wears me out. Blaming my mother because I had to eat green beans. Okay, I'm interested in what Stephen thinks. What do you think about this idea, Stephen, of carnival foods? Watch this now. Stephen is reflective of the general population, so I'm always interested in what he says because he's honest. What do you think about it?
Well, I mean, like anything, I would say moderation. So it's not something you'd be doing every single day. But yeah, I'm all for the fair food recipes. They're fun to make. Sometimes me and my daughter will put something together. But yeah, moderation, of course. You don't eat it every day.
So that's one approach, and some people believe that it would be okay. Why would the Food Channel or any of these channels? Why would they do that? I mean, I don't know. Gary, I stepped on you. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, so my question was, or observation is I was the youngest of 12. My mother, I would not want to eat sometimes, and my mother would force me to eat. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I think it's not so much force me to eat a certain thing, it just made me eat. And that learned me to eat when I wasn't hungry.
Right, exactly.
Okay, which is totally different from, you need to sit there and eat that broccoli. You need to sit there and eat that acorn squash. Totally different. I was told...
That was the same thing with kids that were forced to eat the food that was on their plate, regardless if they were full or not. And so it taught you not to pay attention to your full signals. It taught you not to stop eating kids innately will eat when they're hungry and stop eating when they're not. And as parents, we force our children to eat because it's mealtime, and we make the mistake. Their stomachs are very tiny, and I would see moms that are struggling with their weight, and they're giving their kids snacks all day long, and then when it comes to mealtime, the kid isn't hungry, and so it becomes this struggle. Well, you have to eat because it's dinner or it's lunch or whatever, and yet they've just filled up their bellies with snacks for the past 3 hours. Forcing kids to eat, I think, is absurd, and eventually it becomes it's a really hard habit to break.
But that's
you learn to eat when you're not hungry.
But that's totally different from what you're eating something healthy like vegetables or something like that, and you go out and you buy your kid a McDonald's meal because they won't eat what you're eating.
Yeah, no parent ever had a hard time giving a kid burger and fries, and the kid's throwing a fit in McDonald's, the child's throwing him or herself on the floor in a fit of tantrum because they didn't want to eat the burger and fries. When you find that kid, please bring him to the studio. We'll make a bronze statue of that kid because you have no trouble doing that with kids. Oh, burger and fries, sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
This gets so complicated. I didn't mean to get off track. 12 carnival foods you can make at home is the headline from the Cooking Channel. Okay, they're telling people how to do this. All right, I'll get off that rant. Gary showed that to me, and I wigged out. I'm thinking we're working hard here, trying to get people to do the right thing, and the Cooking Channel has millions of people watching, are showing people how to make carnival foods. This is not fair. This is not a fair fight, man. All right,
it just makes you think where the mentality is of our relationships with food.
Well, we got a lot of institutions out there, cooking channels and this and that, whatever, teaching people how to do it. Yeah, well, it's free speech. You can't ban it. I get it. Oh well, I am not interested in making carnival food at home. Not right now. Come back. Some new supplements from Jarrow Formula. We'll introduce those to you. It's worth an ear.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever,
women who
sneezing,
are pregnant or planning
watery
to have
eyes.
a child have specific
Here's some advice
nutritional
you
needs.
won't want to miss.
Maintaining optimal
I'm a
nutritional
doctor,
intake is
and my
important for
patients
mother
used to
and baby.
dread
Body
allergy
Figures
season.
preferred
But then
prenatal
I
can
discovered
help mother and
A-Vogel
baby
Allergy
receive
Relief,
the
a
appropriate
unique
building blocks for
combination of
growth,
natural
development, and
ingredients
healthy
that
function.
usually
The
addresses
preferred
every
prenatal
one of
formula
my
provides
patients'
essential
symptoms.
vitamins and
And while
minerals,
it's clear
along with
that the
added
vast
support
majority of my
ingredients
patients
such as
benefit
folic acid
significantly
and
from
DHA.
A-Vogel Allergy
Preferred
Relief,
prenatal
what's
also
even more
incorporates a
amazing
bonus
is that after
herbal blend
using
to
it,
help the
at
mom
least
to be
half
easily
of my
uncomfortable
patients'
side effects
symptoms
of
didn't
pregnancy,
return.
like nausea,
As a
vomiting,
doctor,
mood swings,
that's the
and
kind of
uterine
outcome
health.
my patients and I can
Support a healthy
appreciate.
pregnancy for you and your
Get
baby with
doctor-recommended
preferred prenatal
A-Vogel
exclusively
Allergy
on
Relief for
Amazon.com.
your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Roll & Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. If you can't stick around for the entire show, catch up with us later on your phone using the iHeartRadio app. Look for Let's Talk Nutrition under podcasts.
Hey, remember the mortgage meltdown of 2008? Have you tried to get a mortgage since then and been turned down? Or maybe you haven't even tried because your credit score is stuck at 585, or your tax returns have too many write-offs. Well, Cash Call Mortgage has great news for you. We've just introduced programs for people who've been told no. And what's doubly exciting is that we can solve your mortgage problems with no closing costs, no points, title, escrow, and no fees.
Wait! Cash Call, are you saying you now have credit and income-solving mortgages with no closing costs? Are you kidding?
You heard right. A credit or income-solving loan with no closing costs. Call 855-875-CASH, and we'll work with you to solve your mortgage issues. Make the Cash Call at 855-875-CASH.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California, 92868, NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, not available in Washington State. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing, terms, and restrictions.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace has grown to 5,000 stores and counting. That's twice as many helpful locations as those big warehouse stores combined. But we're not just about numbers. We're about helping neighbors, because each one of our stores is part of your community. To celebrate, join us for the 5,000 store sale. We have daily offers and incredible savings throughout the store for 4 days only. Hurry in! The 5,000 store sale ends Monday, only at your neighborhood Ace. Offers valid at participating stores Friday through Monday only. See store for details.
Schmidt here. I've got Gordon Deal with me. You hear him mornings on 1250 WHNZ. Gordon, why start the day with you?
Schmidt, you keep everyone connected minute by minute to breaking news in the afternoon. On This Morning, we set the stage for the day ahead and look at the trends that affect finances and careers. The things we'll all be talking about tomorrow and next year.
Drive home with me, drive to work with Gordon Deal, and this morning, America's First News, 5 to 7 a.m. right here on 1250 WINS WHNZ.
When you're hiring for a growing business, you don't need lots of candidates. You need the right candidates. You need Indeed.com. With an algorithm that positions your job post where quality candidates are and screener questions that help you zero in on the best talent. Indeed.com, the site proven through an independent study to deliver 5 times more hires than any other. New users claim your $50 credit for a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Here are 4 things you'll get if you start following 1250 WHNZ on Facebook. You'll see videos from many of our hosts. You'll see unusual news. And we promise, it's not fake. You'll find out first when we add a new show or schedule play-by-play sports. And you'll get more to share with friends. To get it all, like 1250 WHNZ on Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search 1250 WHNZ.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
We're in good shape right now in our area, interstates, expressways, and bridges. They have an accident on Park Boulevard at 65th Street, and they're still clearing an accident from the southbound lanes of Grand Boulevard at Provost Drive and Holiday. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Mattress Firm. Don't miss the final days of Mattress Firm's coolest sleep sale ever. Beat the summer heat with their exclusive cooling mattresses and get a free cooling pillow and cooling mattress protector with select purchases. Plus, get 0% APR for 6 years. Only at Mattress Firm.
1250 WINS weather center forecast. Partly sunny skies today. Very humid as well. High temperatures into the lower 90s, and look for a few scattered showers and storms this afternoon. And down to 80 for the overnight low. Rain chance up tomorrow about 40-50%, and we'll keep those low 90s and look for that forecast really for the rest of the week. Wall Street currently in the green, Dow 141 to 21,999. Nasdaq positive 72, the S&P index gaining 22. Tonight at 6:30, Tampa Bay Storm football playoff game versus the Cleveland Gladiators. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff, and Impact Radio 1250 WINS.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Jarrow Formulas has come always on the edge, cutting edge of dietary, the science of dietary supplements. And Dominique Ostrander can speak directly about that because she's an educator for the company, has been with the company many years. Dominique, welcome back. So what are some of the newer supplements out by Jarrow Formulas, and what is their purpose?
So the newest one, which actually coincides with today's radio show theme, is nicotinamide riboside. We launched nicotinamide riboside a while ago, but this is a different delivery process. So background, nicotinamide riboside enhances cellular NAD levels, which supports generation and the vitality of mitochondria. It promotes a range of health benefits, including metabolism, because what happens is in high caloric intake, metabolic function is usually compromised. So by taking something like nicotinamide riboside, you actually will boost cellular NAD, like from promoting, from doing caloric restriction, for example, and also the integrity of the mitochondria. So we know that people that have high caloric intake diets suffer from different various metabolic disorders, metabolic dysfunction. Nicotinamide riboside Sustain is our newest form of nicotinamide riboside. So Jarrow, as a side note, we have the first patented and only commercially available nature bioidentical NR nicotinamide riboside. We lovingly call it NR for short. But the Sustain version is the same technology as our alpha-lipoic cysteine, where 1/3 is quick release and 2/3 is sustained release, so that you're getting 50 milligrams of Niagen, which is the raw materials for nicotinamide riboside, for immediate use by the body, and then 100 milligrams of the Niagen over an 8-hour period.
Can you spell that real quick for me?
Sure.
Sure. It's Nicotinamide, and riboside is RIBOSIDE, and it's nicotinamide riboside cysteine.
I put the link on the Facebook for you.
And is it for mitochondrial support?
It does. It does help support the mitochondria, absolutely. It supports mitochondrial energy production, and it works as a precursor to NAD production. And NAD is cellular energy.
So who's the candidate for this supplement?
So I think the candidates for this supplement are those that are knowingly having high caloric diets, those that are interested in supporting mitochondrial function, because we know mitochondrial function, which we talked about on the air many times, declines with age, and it declines with high caloric intake. And NR works on the sirtuin pathways, as does caloric restriction. So you are having some caloric mimetic effects of nicotinamide riboside, besides increasing NAD levels.
Now, humans being what we are, I can hear some brains clicking out there. Okay, this burns calories. So that chocolate cake she referred to earlier is on the menu. Because all I need...
So we're not talking about burning calories. We're saying that it helps to ameliorate metabolic and age-related disorders, and that's due to mitochondria that are not functioning well. People that eat high-caloric, high-fat diets, their mitochondria are very sluggish. They're worn out.
Because of the metabolic work they have to do.
That's exactly right.
Right. If you take any machine, if you have a car, a collector's item, and you park it in the garage, and then you have the other guy who runs that car every day, which one do you think will be in the garage most often to be repaired? You don't need to be, a Napa auto mechanic to figure that out.
Right, exactly. And in exercise, we call those overuse injuries.
Let me ask you this. You have an athlete consuming 7,000 calories a day. Swimmers, Olympic swimmers, that's a standard everyday calorie consumption. They're not fat. You don't see overweight people on the platform ready to dive in to do the butterfly. They're all muscle. I mean, they're eating 7,000 calories. They're burning them off. And people will say, well, I can eat as much as I want. I'm going to burn it off. There are no consequences with that. I can just consume the calories like nobody's business. If I have to be in the gym 3 hours for, I'm going to do it. Do you think that there are metabolic consequences with over-consuming calories, even though you burn them off?
So the caloric needs, right? We have to have calories in order to support function in our bodies, right? We have a basal metabolic rate that needs to be met.
Right.
And if that's not met, then we lose weight, obviously. If we're surpassing what our basal metabolic needs are, then we're going to be gaining weight, especially if we're doing that on a consistent basis.
Right.
More days of calories in versus calories out.
Right.
Many athletes go through severe oxidative damage. There are stories of marathoners, elite athletes, dropping dead of heart attacks, getting cancer. They're the last people you would ever assume this would happen to, but it's tremendous oxidative damage that they're putting their bodies through.
Because in order to metabolize food, you need oxygen. Oxygen is a paradox. You need it to live, but it gets involved with the creation of free radicals, and we'll get into the chemistry of it. Here's a way to think about calories. Think of the accelerator on your car, the gas pedal. If that accelerator is punched to the floor or held at a high RPM level, Gary can tell you knows more about cars than anybody. You run that car at high RPMs, sooner or later, something's going to break. I see calories as the same way. I see calories as an accelerator with the foot on the gas, and some people have it punched to the floor. Even though you're consuming them and you're burning them off, I still think there are consequences.
I have a friend that played in the NFL, weighed 385 when he played in the NFL, got out of the NFL, and just stopped eating and continue running. He got down to 185, and that's where he's been since he left the NFL 9 years ago.
There you go. Just because exercise should not be used as a technique to violate food. And that's how often it's used. And in fact, encouraged to be used. Again, you're taking a good thing and turning it into a bad thing. It just doesn't make sense. Come back, I'll have the LTN health question of the day. It'll have something to do with calorie burn.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we have serving up the LTN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking with Dominique Ostrander about calorie burn. How many calories do you burn on a treadmill, for example, when you're walking? And she made a keen observation. She's right. The heavier you are, the more calories you'll burn for a certain amount of time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, compared to somebody who's not as heavy. Here's the question. Let's assume you weigh 150 pounds. Okay. And we're going to put you on a treadmill, and you're going to walk at 4.5 miles per hour. That's a 13.20 minutes per mile. 13 minutes, 20-second mile. They're 13-minute miles. Let's just round it off. It takes you 13 minutes to walk a mile at 4.5 miles per hour. And you weigh 150 pounds. At the end of 1 hour, walking at 4.5 miles per hour, 13-minute miles, how many calories would you burn? Okay? How many would you burn? 228, 328, or 428 calories in 1 hour. If you weigh 150 pounds, you're going to burn 228, 328, or 428 calories per hour. Here's the number to call with the right answer, and you'll win a $25 supplement gift card.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
I just want to put a button on the nicotinamide riboside supplement from Jarrow Formulas. People listening and watching the show, who would be the candidates for that supplement? Dominique.
Anyone that wants to increase cellular function, cellular energy, somebody that's been eating a high caloric diet consistently and knows that they might be suffering metabolically and can use some support, I would say they're ideal. People that are interested in anti-aging, people that are interested in mimicking the benefits of caloric restriction.
Okay.
Somebody looking at mitochondrial biogenesis, so they're creating new mitochondria. Perhaps they're taking PQQ and they want to add something to help support mitochondria. Again, still increasing energy within the cells. They can add in our nicotinamide riboside, and the new Sustain, I think, with the PQQ is a beautiful combination.
Oh, that is. So would they notice any sort of lift in energy?
Not anything thermogenic. So that's not going to give you that Red Bull, I drank 3 cups of coffee kind of energy. It's an awakeness. It's just having more energy to do your daily routines, not sluggish, far less fatigue.
Okay.
Better sleep. Definitely better sleep.
Okay, nicotinamide riboside by Jarrow formula sustained with PQQ combination. That's pretty ingenious. The PQQ is going to do what?
It's going to create new mitochondria.
So you're creating new mitochondria, which are the factories, if you will, the calorie factory. They're doing the metabolizing. Yeah, that's a great combination. The health question of the day, LTN health question of the day is, how many calories will you burn in an hour if you're walking at 4.5 miles an hour and doing, those are 13-minute miles? I'll give you 2 choices, 228 or 428. How many will you burn in an hour? 4.5 miles per hour, those are 13.20, 13 minutes, 20 minutes per mile. What are you going to burn? 228 or 428? Guess.
877-897-8255. 877-897-8255.
Let me put a button on this business of these different surgical options to help lose weight. Gastric bypass surgery costs on average $23,000. That's the average cost of a lap band is $14,500, according to this one site I'm looking at. The average cost of sleeve gastrectomy, where they remove 80% of your stomach, literally, is about $15,000. Dr. Michael Lyon comes on the show, Dominique. He's with Natural Factors. He has a clinic in Canada that is supported by the government. People who are obese, morbidly obese, can walk into that clinic. The government will pay for it. They have a team. They have nutritionists, psychologists, exercise physiologists, a whole team to help people lose weight. Here's my...
Because they know it's a multifaceted
problem.
You can't just come at it... Right, exactly. You can't just come at it from one way.
This is like giving somebody a canteen of water and saying, go walk across the Mojave Desert with a canteen. That ain't going to happen. And that's what happens with many people who are overweight or obese. It is a formidable task. So here's my point. If you're going to spend $23,000 for a lap band surgery, why not get involved with a clinic that provides a certified clinic, psychologists, nutritionists, a full team, and spend the $23,000 or $25,000 on that, and learn how to eat and change your relationship with food? That to me seems to be an option. But some people say, well, what if I fail at that? Not all these surgeries work either. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to bring some perspective to that. First of all, thank you very much for entertaining that topic today. We only talked about one Jarrow supplement, nicotinamide riboside, which is with PQQ sustained release, is phenomenal supplement. Great idea for mitochondrial support. So thank you for doing that. I thank you, and
You're very welcome.
And I thank Jarrow Formulas for allowing you to spend the time to do that, to educate the audience about these options. No takers today. No, I stumped you. You're going to burn 228 or 428 calories an hour if you walk at 4.5 miles per hour. It's closer to 500. How about that? Speed dial, before I go off the air here in about 10 seconds, and Stephen will take your call and give you the prize if you win. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. I won't see you in Baltimore. You're not going.
No, I'll be there.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Doc's last day in chemo today.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I didn't forget. Today's chemo day, last one, God willing. Love you. Your health is your wealth.
ever had digestive